Hey guys, we're doing some krilin plays otlast. Enjoy. I'll probably reset the video, just, you know.
Right. Which
Now
is
can
all.
you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
No, that's corny. Yep.
Oh boy! Just as cheery as the last one! Your Miles Upchurn, investigative report representing mission is however. Great! Yeah, that's awesome! Always willing to risk. Why would I do this?
Oh, jeez.
Part of Mount Massive Asylum! Stay alive as long as you can! Record everything! Oh, you can find it. The only choice is to run, hide, or die! Hooray! Back to Namek! Well, here we go! Yeah, I'm on the road here. Heading up to that creepy old thing, 'cause that can't go wrong, right? FM 107.9. Damn. Yeah, of course there's radio dampers here. Why not? But definitely know where I'm going. Man, why couldn't I have been Batman? That would make this so much easier. Yeah, just doing some investigative journalism. That'll never go wrong. Yeah, let's just take my confidentials. Oh, man. Well, it can't be that bad. I mean, how bad could it be? Yeah, batteries, a camera, just a quick in and out, no problem. But then, I'm out. Night vision. Good, we got everything. No gun, the taser. No, nothing. Just the camera. And oh, fantastic! Oh, okay. Oh, what do you do for fun around here? Hey, it's getting sir. Thing. Record. I can jump, sort of. Yeah,
Destiny, be quiet.
Now recording! Yeah. Man, there's people there! Good job! Well, that's the story I need! Let's get out of here! I want to go in! The place doesn't want me to go in either, right? I mean, don't need me. Okay. I'm no soldier, but these look rather military-ish. Blocking the communications. Here we go. Oh my god! Yeah. Well, he's answering. Oh, I can't see that. I put it on my hand. I'm here. This way. I really feel like running. It feels like I'm galloping or trotting. I'm doing night vision. Did it do it? No? Okay. Ah. Okay, let's do this right. Away. No. Yay! Score! I don't like the fact that every exit is locked! I don't like that at all! Maybe it's just not from this side. Maybe I'm hopeful. Maybe as soon as I get in there, it'll be easy to get out. Well, I already figured that one out. Ha! I'm ahead of the curve. No. What's the matter? It's fine. Okay. Well, sure is loud. Oh. Ow! Come on. Yeah! Yeah! That'll do. Ha-ha! The body strength don't held me down. All right. In we go. Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Ah. Okay, so only night vision uses battery life. Oh. Okay. Open up. No, no, open. Oh, speaking one's opens a lot quicker. Makes more noise though. Hello! I'm here for terrible reasons. It'll probably get me. Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Okay. Let's just continue on. Your TV's an asshole. Please do it again. Okay. Well. Yeah! Oh crap, I need to collect things. No, you don't need news. This place is bad, and I want to leave. Oh, not thought, which means somebody left in a hurry. I'm doing my job. I'm going to record things. Okay? So when you look up documents in this game, people like playing the gong. Then we leave! Oh, thank God! I can totally go for a drink. Ah, no! I just want to drink it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa! Nobody is paying $1.75 for a drink it. You ain't even got a heat tap here. That seems like the best idea. Occupado! Occupado. Also occupado. So, creepy ventilation shock! Gross! It's dripping! That thing is like infinite momentum! In we go! I don't like this. I already don't like this. So, this is what a fantasy TV dinner feels like. Too scared to quote! That needs a lot of battery. Hey, guy! You gotta be friendly, right? You can't be evil. You're not gonna kill me, right? You hurt me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! My flesh isn't that tasty! What the hell are you? Leave me alone! What the fuck was that? You, sir, are a headless asshole! You all probably deserve this. Why am I still here? This is totally a story. This is more than enough to make up for anything I might need to find. Look at that! The guy is freaking no! They killed us. God, no. The berries. I can't find them. Okay. Security control. Okay. Do you need help? Yeah, it sounds like a great idea. I will, oh dear. I will get out of here. Yeah, not going to stick around anymore. I'm going to leave the way I came. Goodbye. I'm going to climb up into the shaft and leave.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
Nobody.
Thank you for your call.
Not even. No, just said that he unlocked something, didn't he? It's a security gate. Okay. I don't like this at all. sorry about your losses. What the fuck? I don't like this at all. I do not like this one bit. One little tiny bit. Oh, gross. Matters worse, why don't ya? I'm just gonna put this away for now. And I'm gonna slowly crawl away from everything. Whatever it is just went in that room, and I want none of it. So we're just gonna sneak past and get out of here. Does that seem? It's like the best thing to do right about now. Yeah, there's a little slippery thing I gotta sneak.
Let me just check the viewers. Zero viewers, huh?
Thing. Whatever it is just went in that room, and I want none of it. So we're just gonna sneak past and get out of here. That seems like the best thing to do right about now.
Oh.
There's a little slippery thing I gotta sneak through. So I'm gonna do that. You think? No! 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 Where are you?
What the crap? Oh my god.
I think I'm alive. Oh God! Just let me be. Just let me out. Why? I see. Looks like you said me about awesome. Oh no! Why is it every time I go to an insane asylum they divulge a cult around me?
Ha ha ha. You guys are funny. Part 2.
Hey! Whoa! There's that front door. You locked? Boy! Oh, way out the throw, I guess! Well, I guess that's not fun. You get out the same way this guy did. Although I'd rather not. That's how fun. I'm assuming that these guys' heads are like some of the heads that are in that room back there. This seems, logical. Go ahead. Lots of heads.
right there, dude.
Right.
Dude.
These are funny.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Ah! Being interesting. I'm a reporter. Right. Well,
You'd think for a game like this, they would give you a gun at least.
It doesn't?
No, they don't.
Huh. That's kind of stupid.
Because you're gonna want to defend yourself unless there's one around the asylum somewhere.
Right.
that's going to be very useful, I think. Very useful indeed. How about we don't go down there? Oh, Jesus, no! My guy! Yeah, you just do your own thing. Do your own thing. Just no! That's going to be very useful, I think. Very useful indeed. How about we don't go down there? Oh, Jesus, no! My guy! Yeah, you just do your own thing. Do your own thing. Yeah, you have not had a good day. I'll witness that. Do your own thing.
It's a fun game.
You have not had a good day. I'll witness that. Like he's just doing some yoga. What are you doing, buddy? Right. That's all where people go bopping. And that's another hand in the toilet. Right. Oh, moving on so far. You don't like that? So they're like putting hands in toilets. Well, I haven't seen anybody without any arms yet. So, what's that to look forward to? Look! Look out for the head! Right, no, no, no. This one is head. So what's that one? Oh, look, battery. What? What? Who did that? You're doing that to me. I'm here on business. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Maybe your both guys didn't like me, so let's go on to the right. What did I get here? It is freaky. Ah, you're not having a good day. Neither am I. Let's hope that's the only thing we have in common. You got choose it. I'm just here. I don't want to be. I just am. Security guard like this somewhere. One of these guys. Everybody looks like security. Guys at the security desk. Oh. Anything useful? Calling all things useful. I need you. Wait, help me document this. Something stupid might jump out at me, and then I'll need to know. I'll need the world to know how terrified I am. Wait. More documents. I think it's kind of pointless to say that any of these people are crazy. Oh boy, I think it's kind of pointless to say that any of these people are crazy. Oh boy, sir! You realize you're out in the middle of the hallway, right? I take you back to your room. No? Okay, well, just chill. Relax there. Okay, so, not everything wants to kill me. Hey, guys! Oh, yeah, that's splattered static. That's my favorite show, too. Just, going around here. You the guy I read about who written out this forehead? Hey, looking great, man! Looking good! Keep it classy, guys! Keep it classy. That was the thing. I'll do more things. Thank God, I got it! Okay! Now I'm just going to assume that nothing bad's going to happen on the way back. So then we can just leave. And there will be no problems here. These guys are just watching me static. Right then. Problem solved, hey, other guy. No! Get off me! 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 Oh, seriously, get the fuck off me! What the fuck, man? I thought we were cool! Yeah! You got what you deserve! That's right! Get the fuck off me! No! Get off me! 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 Get off me!
Yeah.
You better mess with me. I get it. Ew. Yeah. Scary. Open up the doors and play. Huh. Well, we don't really use that. Okay. All right. And slam that shit shut, sure. It's light. Get attacked here. Let's do this. All right. MS-DOS, you love it. Console, I wouldn't get my way out of this. What? No! Don't throw my switch! Oh, you son of a bitch! Right now. That sounds like something's loud. Oh no! Come over here! Oh, it's you! Still do anything. Yes. Leave. Yeah. There. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What am I doing? What am I doing? Right! Idiot! No! No! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! No! 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 I didn't mean to! You're throwing me! Leave now! You don't need to kill me! You do not need to kill me! I will live with my own accord! What is this? No! No! There you are again! Leave me! You're destroying me! I'll give you all the money you want! Oh God! Stop it! I'm in a corner! Bastard! Okay, so I get twitchy when I'm scared. Shut up! Oh God, he's coming back! Waiting again! Just now, I'm not waiting! Oh, just that. Surprise! I'm not here now! No, not that one! Let's go ahead and leave! Leave! Go! Just leave! Walk away! Move! Okay! That was the thing. You're not stealing I don't like this. I do not like this at all. Isn't that? Nobody here but me. I don't mean no harm. Okay.
I'm trying to put these all together so that.
A lot of fun.
You want to get them mixed up?
No, I'm trying to put these. I'm commenting on all of them, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I really don't like being here. This is like the opposite of what I imagined to be fun. Crawling around a dank store, looking for power switches. Trying not to piss off any crazed lunatics. Alright, let's go make the choice. Turn on the two gas pumps, okay. This doesn't remind me of that game with the masked lady. Lady man. Oh. I'm just crawling around in here. What's this? Hey. That looks like something. There we go. God, that's loud. What's it sound? I don't like that. Okay, don't do that. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! I hope he doesn't see me. Please tell me he didn't just turn that off. That would be kind of dick. Whoa! Oh no! Don't look behind here. Sleep. Woo! Watch that bullet. I don't like that this thing runs out of batteries. How do I swap it out? Please don't be there. Oh, please God. Okay, God, he didn't turn it off. He's not that much of an asshole. He He's just crazy. He wants me to beat me to death with that stupid stick. And I take that stick and shove it up your ass, buddy. Yeah, that's right, brother. False bravado. That'll save you. False bravado.
What?
Okay. I'm just gonna keep moving. We'll find the other switch and we'll be out of here before you know it. It is! Ah! Ah! Yeah, now we'll hide because he obviously heard that. Oh shit, there's nowhere to hide here, is there? Oh god! Oh, look over here. Just ignore this area entirely, please. Okay. Ignore me. Yeah, just another ghost in this completely dark area, and you can't see anything. And thank God for that. Oh. Just a ghost. Woo! Thank God these people are crazy and stupid. Ah! Finally, a place I feel like I have an advantage. Those just the two gas pumps, right? I can just turn this on now. Get the hell out. I can run pretty fast. Gas pump and the main breaker. Okay. Let me guess, the main breaker's that way. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Because that's the way he went. You look like you're having a rough day as well. I'm just going to assume my day's worse. Because I'm still alive. Well, mostly. I didn't have a it. But that doesn't count. Oh, God, I don't like the fact that that's lit. That means if I go out here, he'll be able to see me. Not like that. Just gonna hide over this way. Ignore me! Ignore me! Things are finally starting to look up krilin. Look into the battery. Everything's coming up krilin. I don't like the fact that there's this much music going on. It seems unnecessary. But man, is they being nice with these batteries right now. It's a shiny one. Is it dark here? Yes, it's very dark. Something tells me once I throw the switch, all hell's gonna break loose. That's just my assumption. Then again, that's my assumption with everything. I just assume hell's gonna break loose and I don't have a choice. Rolling around seems the least effective way of getting around, but I feel safer. Lowering the ground. Powering, even. Batteries! More from here. Nice. Right, let's do this and hide. I got a feeling he'll be here soon. Wait it out. Yep. Wait it out. Waiting it out. I can hear my heartbeat quickening. that sounds like something. Ignore this one. Please ignore this one. God, you make my... Oh, what an idiot. I was in this one. What a maroon. Let's swap this out. And we'll keep moving. Okay. Everything's deciding to lag out here a little, but no biggie. We're just going to crawl our way back. Oh! Shit! No! 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 Sorry! I'm sorry! Stand up and run! That's the one! Run, run, run! Which one's run? We forgot how to run! Ow! Somebody made you asshole! Ow! Cut the fuck out! I forgot how to run! There we go!
I'm sorry, I thought that was a thing for the new Smash Brothers game that's coming out. I guess it wasn't.
It's not.
Still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
And now we play the waiting game again! I don't care to be correct born, and I don't care to be correct born, and I don't care! Something comes the end of the song. Hear it? Yeah. It's a little brighter. I'm trying to mess with the settings. It's really hard to see. Tim, act natural. Just act like a locker. He won't be able to kill you if you're a locker. Is he still here? You're gonna talk. I assume he's not here anymore. If that assumption didn't get me killed last time. Why? This way. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me! Okay, just turn around. Don't come this way. Yeah! That'll learn ya! You dick! Trying to beat me up? Shows you for knocking me out. I come back and I turn on all of your switches! I don't like how the light's messing around over there. Oh, come on! Just jump over that. You don't need to be spotted because we'll keep canoodling and stuff. Oh. This thing's a little faster when I'm walking. I'm gonna press this button, and I'm gonna run. And we run! And we run! And we turn that up, and we keep running. And we turn into the wrong place. Where the fuck am I going? Why? Oh. I'll squeeze through here. And we're good. Ha-ha! Take that, basement asshole! Krilin, in the name of justice! Ba-ba-da-ba! Hey, camera! Suck it! We are getting out of here! Not even a problem anymore! No! We hack our way out of here! No! 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 What's happening? What's happening? Oh! No! Oh! What? Who cares about what you think, Ferris? You're a eunuch! Oh, there's my rescue! Come on, guys, I'm back this way! What's happening?
This is a good game.
What the hell? No, I don't like this at all!
Darren, you like this game, don't you?
Oh, damn it! I remember the eunuch from Game of Thrones! And then I was unconscious! Now I'm here. Oh, this looks nice. Robin's here. Yay! I still have my camera. Oh. Yep. And fantastic.
Antibiotics have saved so many.
Perform.
You like
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wait for life to hand you a free lunch when you can reserve your own VIP table with Dream Job from Head Shave Gel?
Where the hell is he though? And I'm only swearing because this is like a zombie death game.
Alright, I want out of here. Oh, what? You got to the belt. Don't beat me. Don't beat my butt. That's enough. Alright. Alright, we'll deal with it.
Remember, at 7:30 I want to watch Fairly Accurate for that new special. I'll probably get off at close to 7:30, okay?
You say goodnight, me.
Yeah.
Well, this is a nice place.
Actually, you wanna listen to SAM now?
Yeah.
Let me just send you this one for tomorrow.
How's it going? Going, guy? Good? I'm not really slick anymore. Man, what the hell happened to your face? It's still right in on your eye. This is I don't think to get slow. Wow.
What?
Hey, Norbert,
What?
put your window to 3 air.
Okay.
Plus, I heard the cannonballs flying in the air. Oh, listen, you messing with me.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Can you add that to yourself?
Yeah.
Are you on the living room? I thought you said you were going out in the living room.
Guy, everything was smooth, and it's always free to use. We've had nothing but fabulous every single time. Go to homeadvisor.com now.
More clearance on Cartoon Network. The best way to get to your homeland is the monorail. How do we get there? Princess! Awesome.
I thought you wanted to go out in the living room.
Huh?
I thought you were going out in the living room.
I am. I am in the living room. Why? Did you not want me in here?
Yeah.
You don't want me in the living room?
Yeah, you can be in there. There's no one there.
No, I'm by myself.
Ah, crap. Hold on, I gotta reset it now.
What happened?
I accidentally went off of it. Hold on. Okay, now we're going to this now.
Okay. Can I ask you why you were in that?
I got one viewer.
Oh.
That's cool. Ah, man. I hit the wrong one. Stupid I hit the wrong one. Remind me tomorrow to catch up on either Pokemon or Reach the Shit.
Oh, okay. Any of those?
Yeah, I need to catch up on those.
Gotcha.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, yeah.
Gotcha. Let's see what
Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 13. The newly opened living area on the 75th floor was a city reminiscent of ancient Rome. According to the map, its name was Kalinia. The entire city was already filled with activity, thanks to the Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 13. The newly opened living area on the 75th floor was a city reminiscent of ancient Rome. According to the map, its name was Kalinia. The entire city was already filled with activity, thanks to the large number of fighters and merchants that had settled in, as well as others who took no part in the theme of the game, but had come to sightsee. On top of all that, a rare special event would be held here today, so guests had been pouring out of the teleport gate since this morning. The city was mostly constructed from square bricks of white limestone. One building stood out amongst its temple-like buildings and wide waterways. That was the huge Colosseum, which towered in the front of the gate plaza. It was perfect for holding the duel between Heathcliff and me, but... Fire-breathing popcorn for 10 coal a cup! 10 coal! Cold black beer for sale! Numerous merchants were selling their goods in front of the Colosseum entrance. They were calling out to the long line of spectators and selling them strange-looking refreshments. This... What on earth is this? Shocked by the sight unfolding before me, I can only ask Asuna, who's standing beside me. Hey, isn't that a KOB member selling the tickets? How on earth did it turn into such a large event?
I don't know.
Is this Heathcliff's real goal?
No, I think I'm going to find these guys inside behind this.
As Asuna laughed, I sagged my shoulders and felt completely powerless. Let's run away, Asuna. We can go live in some small village on the 20th floor and plow fields. As Asuna laughed, I sagged my shoulders and felt completely powerless. Hey, isn't that a KOB member selling the tickets? How on earth did it turn into such a large event?
I don't know.
Is this Heathcliff's real goal?
No, I think I had to find these guys inside behind this.
As Asuna laughed, I sagged my shoulders and felt completely powerless.
Hold it.
These guys inside behind this.
As Asuna laughed, I sagged my shoulders and felt completely powerless. Let's run away, Asuna. We can go live in some small village on the 20th floor and plow fields.
I'm fine with that.
Asuna then added teasingly,
You'll make a really bad name for yourself right now.
Damn it.
Well, that's your fault, isn't it? Ah, guys inside.
As I lifted my head, I saw a fat man who was waddling towards us. It was so wide that it was impossible for us to find a person less suited to wear a red and white uniform like the KOB. The wide smile covering his face, he started talking to us. Thanks to Kirito-san, we're making lots of money. If you just did it once a month, I'd really be thankful. No way. Come, come. The waiting room's over here. Come on, this way, please. I resigned myself to fate and followed him. I didn't even care about what would happen anymore. The waiting room was a small place that faced the arena. After Dyson escorted me to the entrance, he said something about adjusting the betting prices and disappeared. I didn't even have the energy to curse him anymore. In the waiting room, I could hear countless indistinct cheers outside. It seemed that the audience seating was already filled. When only the two of us remained, Asuna grasped my palm with both her hands and spoke in a serious expression. When only the two of us remained, Asuna grasped my palm with both her hands and spoke in a serious expression.
Especially since a lot of the loose moves aren't even known. You should forfeit as soon as you feel something is wrong. Understand? I'll never forgive you if you do something dangerous again like last time.
You should be worrying about Heathcliff more. I smiled and tapped both of Asuna's shoulders. As an announcement declared the start of the duel, the crowd gave off a thunderous roar. I pulled the two swords on my back out by a bit, and then slid them back into their scabbards with a... After that, I began to walk towards the square light hoop of the theater.
What was that?
Scabbards with a... After that, I began to walk towards the square light hoop of the theater. The steps seating that ring the amphitheater was fully packed with people. My guess is that there were at least 1,000 spectators. I could see Klein and Akil in the front rows, screaming dangerous things like, "Dice him up!" and "Kill him!" I walked to the center of the arena before stopping. Then, a deep red silhouette emerged from the opposite waiting room, and the cheering became even more intense. Unlike the normal Knights of the Blood uniform, which was red on white, Heathcliff wore a red surcoat that was the complete opposite. Although he was like me and wore almost no armor, he held a huge, pure white cross-shaped shield in his left hand, which had immediately caught my attention. His sword seemed to be sheathed within the shield, as I could see the cross-shaped handle protruding from its top. Heathcliff walked casually until he stood right before me. He glanced at the crowd and then spoke with a bitter smile. "I must apologize, Kirito-kun. I really had no idea that this was going to happen. I'm going to be asking for my share of the money. No. After this fight, you will be a part of our guild. I'll be designating this duel as one of the guild's missions." Heathcliff then raised his smile, and his brass-colored eyes started giving off an overwhelming energy. Intimidated, I unconsciously took half a step back. In reality, we were probably lying down in places far away from each other, with only digital data being passed between us. But I still felt something that could only be told.
What do you want?
Destiny.
No, it's Bullet. You have me going like that. Okay.
Hi, Bullet. I want to say hi. Bring the tablets and see them.
Huh? What, dear?
Bring the tablet a little bit closer so I can see them.
Oh, he's outside. I'll show you later when he comes back in.
Oh.
Sorry. If you want to see him, I'll get him back in for you.
Yeah. My mind went into its battle state, and my eyes received Heathcliff's gaze head-on. In reality, we were probably lying down in places far away from each other, with only digital data being passed between us. But I still felt something that could only be called a kill intent. My mind went into its battle state, and my eyes received Heathcliff's gaze head-on. The loud cheering sounded as if it was moving further away. Before I realized it, my senses had already begun to quicken. It felt like even the colors of the surroundings had changed. Heathcliff turned his gaze and walked to the spot about 10 meters away from me. He then raised his right hand and manipulated the menu screen that appeared without even glancing at it. The duel nest appeared in front of me. I consented and set the mode to first strike. The countdown started. I could barely hear the shouts around me now. My blood began to pump faster. I vanquished the last remaining bits of hesitation and let loose my desire to fight. Then I drew my two swords at the same time from behind my back. My opponent wasn't someone I could win against unless I went all out from the beginning. Heathcliff drew his long sword from his shield, and then held it resolutely as he entered his combat stance. He stood with his shield turned towards me and the right side of his body away from me. I couldn't feel any force strength behind his stance. I realized that trying to predict his action would only confuse me further, and decided to simply charge him immediately and attack with power. Even though neither of us glanced at the window, we both kicked off as soon as the duel message appeared. I lowered my stance as I ran, my body nearly scraping the floor as it glided in. I twisted my body around right before reaching Heathcliff and swung the sword in my right hand upwards to the left. It was blocked by the cross-shaped shield and sent out a burst of sparks. My attack was only part of the two-hit combo. 0.1 second after my first strike, my left sword slid behind the shield. It was a dual blades dash type skill, double circular. The strike from my left was deflected by the long sword. Its circular lighting effect stopped midway. Although it was disappointing, this move was just a signal for beginning the fight. Using the force of the sword skill, I widened the distance between us and then charged at my opponent again. This time, Heathcliff countered by charging at me with the shield. His right arm was hidden behind his huge cross-shaped shield, making it hard to see. Check! I dashed to my right in an attempt to evade his attack. I thought that if I stayed on Heathcliff's shield side, I would have enough time to react to his attacks, even if I couldn't see the trajectory. But then, Heathcliff lifted his shield up horizontally. Caw! With a low shout, he executed a piercing attack with his shield. He came at me, leaving a trail of pure white light. Ah! Back to his attacks, even if I couldn't see the trajectory. But then, Heathcliff lifted his shield up horizontally. Caw! With a low shout, he executed a piercing attack with his shield. He came at me, leaving a trail of pure white light. Ah! I just managed to guard by crossing my two swords. The powerful impact rattled my entire body, and sent me flying back by several meters. I dug my right sword into the ground to stop myself from falling over, and then flipped in midair before landing. It was unexpected, but it seemed that the shield itself could also be used as a weapon. It was similar to dual blades in a sense. I had originally thought that my overwhelming attack speed would allow me to win a first-strike duel, but it seemed that I was wrong. Heathcliff dashed forward, closing the distance between us and denying me any time to recover. His sword with the cross-shaped hilt in his right hand pierced towards me at a speed that could rival Asana in a flash. As the opponent started his combo attack, I could only use both of my swords to defend. Before the duel, Asana had explained as much as he could about Holy's sword, but it seemed that cramming just wasn't enough. Therefore, I could only rely on split-second decisions to block the incoming blows. After using my left sword to parry the last upward slash of his 8-strike combo, I immediately attempted a one-hit sword skill, Vorpal Strike, with my right. Hiya! With the metallic noise of a jet engine, the sword skill left a red trail of light before striking the center of the shield. It felt as if it had hit a stone wall. My hands kept going to finish the strike. The sound of the impact rang out, and this time Heathcliff was pushed back. I couldn't completely pierce the shield, but I felt the feeling of having penetrated his defense. Heathcliff's HP had been reduced slightly, but not enough to decide the fight. Heathcliff landed agilely and widened the distance between us. Impressive reaction time. More like your defense is too perfect. I charged as I said this. Heathcliff also raised his sword and closed in on me. We started trading blows at blinding speeds. My sword was blocked by his shield. His sword was deflected by mine. Various light trails of different colors appeared and faded continuously around us, while the sound of our weapons clashing shook the arena floor. A minor blow made it through every once in a while, and our HP decreased bit by bit. Even if both players failed to make a clean hit, one would win if only their opponent's HP fell below 50%. But I didn't care about that anymore. I felt myself accelerating in exhilaration, as this was the first time I had faced such a strong opponent since being trapped in this area. Every time my senses sharpened, the speed of my attacks rose by a little notch. I still haven't reached my limit. I can still get faster. Follow me if you can, Heathcliff! As I released every ounce of my strength at my disposal, I drowned myself in the savage joy of swinging my swords. I was most probably laughing. While the exchange of sword blows intensified, the HP of both sides continued to decrease until they nearly reached the 50% area. At that instant, Heathcliff's stoic face finally showed a flash of emotion. What was it? Nervousness? I felt the speed of his blows decrease just a little. Ha! In that moment, I abandoned all defenses and launched an assault with both of my swords. Starburst stream. My blades rushed towards Heathcliff like the blazing flames of the solar prominence. Ah! Heathcliff raised his cross-shaped shield to guard, but I just ignored it and kept hacking away at him from the right, left, up, and down. Meanwhile, his responses became even slower. I can break through! I was certain that the last strike would breach his defense. With his shield overextended to the right, my attack from the left streaked in, drawing a trajectory of light. As long as this blow lands, his HP will definitely fall below the halfway mark, and I would win the... Then, at this moment, my entire world shook. How should I describe it? It was as if some of my time had been taken away from me. Several tenths of a second, everything around me seemed to freeze. The shield that should have been on the right suddenly appeared on the left, as if I was watching a stop-motion video and blocked my sword. What? I was stunned for a fatal moment after the strong attack was blocked. There was no way that Heathcliff would have lost that chance. The long sword in his right hand launched a one-hit skill, which came at me with a detestable accuracy that would surely decide the match. I fell into an unsightly heap. I could only see the purple system message, which announced that the duel had ended. My battle state had disappeared. I simply lay there, my mind blank, even as the cheer had registered in my head once again.
Kirito-kun!
Asuna ran over and shook me back to my senses. Yeah, I'm fine. Asuna looked at my blank expression with worry. I lost? I still couldn't believe it. Heathcliff's unearthly speed during those final moments had gone past the limits of a...
You there?
Swamp wives, storage orders. Angry swamp wives, storage swamp orders.
Sumo, go back to the big screen. I can't see anything.
So this guy is the same guy as before, right?
That's a key witness.
And is he the one that wants to build the factory, or is he trying to stop the factory from being built?
Just pay attention to the trial, and it'll make sense.
Did you or did you not meet with Mr. Rumble Frog on October 24th? Well, I don't know. Careful. Careful. Your Honor, I would like it to be struck from the record where I lost my temper back there.
I gotta go. Wash my hands.
Okay, just wash your hands after.
Hey, Sumo, I got the hovercraft lady.
Ah, cool. How'd you get it out without messing up the box?
Don't you worry your bald little head, Sumo. I have my tricks. Everything went smoothly. Now let's fly this hog before Death notices we're gone. Alright, here goes. Oh, grapes.
Well, I hope you've learned a valuable lesson from Robo Frog. Your illegal factory may have generated as much in excessive as you could want, but at the cost of something even more important. Your friends. And now look at you. Your friends have left you all alone.
Wait a minute, where are my friends?
Okay, shouldn't be too bad. Just put the head back on.
Sumo, Clarence?
Uh-oh.
Oh, where'd you guys go? Oh, there you are. I've been thinking, and you were right. We should play with my dance spot.
No, that's okay. Really, we're good.
Nonsense. I'll go grab it now. We can... What did you say, Clarence? Take it out for a spin. Be right back.
Jeff, I'm hungry.
Sumo, come on, not now.
No, Jeff, I'm really hungry. Like I might pass out if I don't eat.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess I could go see what I have in the kitchen.
Yeah, hurry up, I'm feeling woozy. Okay, I bought you some time. Now go fix that toy.
No problem. Alright, nice and careful. Oh no, that didn't work at all! Okay, I can fix it. Oh, pencils! Well, let's take a look.
There, perfect peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, I can't eat this. I'm allergic to peanuts.
But you just said you wanted peanut butter.
I did not. I said I wanted rice butter.
Rice butter? Is that like rice milk?
Yes, except butter.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever had rice butter before, but it sounds delicious. I bet we have some around here somewhere. Do people make it?
Zuma!
Hey, Jeff, maybe you should go look around for a rice butter churner thing.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back. Then we should open the kids' mouth right.
What the heck happened, man? I thought you were gonna glue the head on.
Oh, glue.
You gotta tell Jeff the truth. I'm sure he'll understand.
I can fix it still. You just need to sew him for a little bit longer.
Guys, who was copying my toy box?
Jeff, wait. Don't jump to any conclusions. Let me explain. It's a crazy story, really funny actually. You see, I was going to the bathroom, and I heard a strange noise come from your room. So I ran in there, and there was this, raccoon. And he just came through your window, and he was going to break your toy. He didn't say that or anything, but I could just see it in his eyes. And then he just broke it. And I said, no, bad boy. You put that back before Jeff finds out. But you know raccoons, they can't fix anything. They're not beavers. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, here you go. You're welcome. That's what happened, right, Sumo?
Mom, Claire's broken.
Clarence! I can't stop myself. Jeff, I need help. I just wanted to clear my plan. Who buys a toy on itself? It's just a rule.
Yeah, well, I never received it. No, I will not hold. It's my daughter's birthday, and if I don't get it tonight, someone's gonna pay. I will not hesitate to get my lawyers involved. Good. My daughter's birthday thanks you.
What's going on?
Go sit over there. Robo court is now in session. I'm ready to hand down my verdict.
Wait, but we haven't been formally charged with it.
Quiet in the courtroom. Now, Jeff, you need to loosen up. Toys are for playing with, not leaving on the shelf.
But I was going to take it out so we could play with it.
Clarence, you need to respect Jeff's property. Messing with other people's stuff is not cool. Now I find you both guilty and send you to hold hands and say you're friends again.
I'll say your friend, Jeff.
I was wondering, Sumo, who were you talking to on the phone earlier?
I ordered a new Ginsbot. All you gotta do is call the company, tell them you never got it, and voila, they send you one the very next day.
Well, what about the new one?
Yeah, who gets it?
Me. You'll just break it, and you'll just keep it in a box. But hey, I'll let you guys watch me play with it if you want.
Hey guys, am I still banned forever from flying?
Yep, sure.
Oh, I just checked. GTV uncovers all the secretive secrets in the new season of Gumball. Like, what's wrong with Gumball?
You there?
The new season of the amazing world of Gumball. Thursday, June 5th,
You there?
6:30, 5:30. Only on
Yeah?
I'm here. I've been here. I just had to get bolted out from
Did you miss anything, or do I have to go back?
I don't think so.
My battle state had disappeared. I simply lay there, my mind blank, even as the cheering registered in my head once again. Asuna ran over and shook me back to my senses. Yeah, I'm fine. Asuna looked at my blank expression with worry. I lost? I still couldn't believe it. Heathcliff's unearthly speed during those final moments had gone past the limits of a player, past the limits of any human. I even saw the polygons that made up his avatar distort for a moment because of the impossible speed. As I sat on the ground, I raised my head and gazed at Heathcliff's face. But the expression of the winner was angry for some reason. The Red Paladin glared at us with his metallic eyes, then turned around wordlessly and walked over to his waiting room amidst a thunderous cheering. To read along with Sword Art Online, or just to read on your own time, go to bakasuki.org. B-A-K-A... tsuki.org. Also, if you are interested, you can audition for a part audio light novel Sword Art Online. For details, go to the Help Wanted advertisement link in the description. Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 14. What is that?
What do you mean? You know what this is. Now get up.
The things that Asuna had forced me into were my new clothes. Although it had the same design as the coat I used to wear, it was also blindingly white. There were 2 small crosses on each of my cuffs, and a large one on my back. All 3 of them were dyed a bright red. It was, beyond any doubt, K.O.B. I said I wanted something plain.
This is already pretty plain. Yeah, it suits you.
I sank into the rocking chair as all strength left my body. I was still living on the 2nd floor of a heel shop.
Okay, you can,
already become my
you can
disaster
finally
shelter,
hear her.
so the pitiable shopkeeper could only sleep on a single bed on the 1st floor. The only reason he hadn't chased me out was because Asuna came every day to help out with the shop. It was the best advertising opportunity he could get. When I groaned in my chair, Asuna came and sat down on the armrest, which had become her designated
You
spot.
can finally hear her now.
She rocked the chair with a smile. My current predicament was amusing. Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 14. What is that?
What do you mean? You know what this is. Now get up.
The things that Asuna had forced me into were my new clothes. Although it had the same design as the coat I used to wear, it was also blindingly white. There were 2 small crosses on each of my cuffs, and a large one on my back. All 3 of them were dyed in bright red. It was, beyond any doubt, K.O.B. I said I wanted something plain.
This is already pretty plain. Yeah, it suits you.
I sank into the rocking chair as all strength left my body. I was still living on the 2nd floor of a heel shop. The place had already become my disaster shelter, so the pitiable shopkeeper could only sleep on a single bed on the 1st floor. The only reason he hadn't chased me out was because Asuna came every day to help out with the shop. It was the best advertising opportunity he could get. As I groaned in my chair, Asuna came and sat down on the armrest, which had become her designated spot. She rocked the chair with a smile, as if my current predicament was amusing to her, and then clapped her hands together as if she had thought of something.
We better say our greetings properly. As a member of the guild, I hope we can get along well.
As she suddenly bowed, I straightened my back to reply. I hope we get along too. But then again, I'm just a normal member while you're the sub-leader, so... I swept my right forefinger down Asuna's spine. I won't be able to do things like this anymore.
Yeah!
With this scream, my superior jumped up and struck her subordinate's head. Then she walked over to the opposite chair and sat down, her face pallid. Under the lazy sunlight of late autumn, we went into a short and peaceful lull. My loss in the duel against Heathcliff had passed 2 days ago. As I wasn't someone who would go back on his word, I joined the Knights of Blood as I had agreed with him. The guild gave me 2 days to prepare, So starting tomorrow, I will be following their orders to explore the 75th floor labyrinth. Joining a guild, huh? Asuna glanced at me as she heard my quiet sigh. Nah, it's fine. It's a good opportunity for me. I was starting to feel the limits of solo playing anyway. Asuna's hazelnut eyes looked directly at me.
Can you tell me why you're one of those good people? I don't think it's merely because you're good, or because you're an experienced. Because you're a very good person.
A long time ago, over a year actually, I once joined a guild. The words came out so easily that it surprised me. Maybe
Why you're one of those good people? I don't think it's merely because you're a good person, or because you're an experienced. Because you're a very kind person.
a long time ago, over a year actually, I once joined a guild. The words came out so easily that it surprised me. Maybe it was because Asuna's gaze felt like it would be able to melt the pain that spiked through me every time I thought about this. I was offered a spot after I had met and helped out my chance in the labyrinth area. It was a small guild with only 6 members, including me, and it had an interesting name, Black Cats of the Full Moon. Asuna smiled lightly. The leader was a good person. He was a two-handed stave user called Keita. He always thought of the guild members first in any situation, so everyone trusted him deeply. He told me that he was on the lookout for a forward, since most of the members used long-range two-handed weapons. To tell the truth, their levels were all much lower than mine. No, I should say that I had leveled too much. If I had told him my level, Keita would have thought otherwise about inviting me. But I had been getting tired of going into the labyrinths alone day after day. The family-like atmosphere of the Black Cats had made me envious. It felt like they were real-life friends, as the conversations they had with each other lacked any of the awkwardness and distance that was usually evident in online conversations between players, but it deeply appealed to me as well. Frankly, I had no right to desire the care for others. I lost that right when I decided to become a solo player and selfishly leveled only for myself. But I quelled my inner voices and joined the guild, having both my level and my beta tester pass. Kate asked me if I could train one of their spear users into a sword and shield user, because then there would be 3 forwards, including myself, and the guild would make a balance to be argued. The spear user who he had entrusted to me was a quiet girl with shoulder-length black hair named Sachi. When we were introduced, she said, with an embarrassed smile, that despite being a long-time gamer, she hadn't been able to make many friends due to her personality. Whenever there were no guild activities, I hung out with her and taught her how to use a single-handed sword. Sachi and I were similar in a lot of ways. We were both socially awkward and preferred to wall ourselves in, yet feared loneliness. Then one day, she suddenly told me that she was afraid of dying. She was so scared of the scale of death that she told me to go out and train. In response to her divulgence, I could only say, I won't let you die. I couldn't say anything else to her since I was trying to hide my level. After she heard my response, she cried a bit before forcing out a smile. On another day, sometime later, 5 of us, all of the guild excluding Keita, went into a labyrinth. Keita didn't come with us because he had gone to bargain for a house to use his own HQ, something that he had managed to save up. Although the labyrinth we went to had already been cleared, there were still unexplored areas of it. One of the members discovered a treasure chest where we were preparing to leave. I recommended leaving it alone, as we were close to the front lines, so the monsters had high levels. Furthermore, I didn't trust the trap dismantling skills of the members. But since only Sachi and I were opposed to opening the treasure chest, we'd lost 3 to 2 on the front. It was an alarm trap, the worst types of traps. As soon as we opened the chest, after splitting along the sound, the monsters began to pour in from every entrance to the room. We immediately attempted to escape by teleporting, but the trap was too weak. The room was an anti-crystal area. Crystals were broken. There were simply too many monsters to hold back. The other members fell into complete confusion, ran around aimlessly. They tried to cut a path by using the high-class sword skills that I had been hiding up until now. Pack members didn't make it out in time. One by one, But HP fell to 0. They screamed before bursting into tiny fragments. I thought that I could at least save Sachi and swung my sword endlessly, but it was too late. I saw Sachi reaching out towards me with her hand while the monster cut her down mercilessly. Her eyes were still trusting, even as she shattered like a glass statue and disappeared. She trusted me. She had trusted and relied on me until the very end. Because my words were weak and shallow, they had become nothing more than an empty promise. Why? Kate had been waiting for us in the inn that served as our temporary base, with the new HQ keys in his hands. After returning to the inn by myself, I explained to Kate what had happened. He listened wordlessly until I had finished. Then he asked me, "How did you survive?" Then I revealed my real level, that I had been a beta tester. Kate had glared at me as if I was something disgusting. Some little thing. But Peter like you didn't have any right to join us. Those words had stabbed through me as they were a steel sword.
First,
He committed suicide. Asana's body shuddered on the chair. He jumped off the edge of the floor and was probably cursing me. Very end. I felt my throat contract as I recounted these emotions that I had sealed deep inside my heart. Painful emotions back that returned with perfect clarity. I grit my teeth. Although I wanted to reach out to Asana for comfort, a voice in my mind whispered, "You have no right to do so," which left me with the only option of tightly clenching my fists. Kill them. I didn't hide the fact that I was a beta tester. I would have been able to persuade them to leave the chest alone. It's me. I'm the one who killed Keita. Sachi. With my eyes wide open, I forced these words out of my gritted teeth. Asuna suddenly stood up, took 2 steps forward, caressed my face with both her hands. She pulled her beautiful face closer to mine with a warm smile.
I will die.
She said it in a whisper. The voice was very clear. I felt the strength leave my tense body.
Because I was somebody content.
After saying this, Asuna brought my head to her chest and embraced it. I felt a soft and warm darkness cover me. As I closed my eyes, my mind reached over the dark veil of my memories and saw the faces of black cat members. They were all sitting at the inn's counter, bathed in large wool. I cannot be forgiven. I never paid the price for my wrongdoings. Yet, despite this, the faces that remained in my memory seemed to be smiling. On the next day, I put on my blindingly white coat and left Asana for random on the 55th floor. Starting today, I would begin my work as a Knights of the Blood Guild member. However, in contrast to the usual 5-person party, Asuna took advantage of her power and allowed us to form a 2-person party. So in reality, it was no different from yesterday. But the orders that awaited us at the Guild HQ were totally unexpected. Training? Yes, we'll make a party of 4 and go to the labyrinth area of the 55th floor until we reach the living area of the 56th floor. The man who said this was one of the 4 men who were present at the table when I had talked with Heathcliff. He was a huge man with thick blonde curls and looked like an axe wielder.
Wait, Godfrey, you don't look who is going to...
As Asuna started arguing, Godfrey raised one eyebrow and responded in a confident, if not presumptuous voice. Even the sub-leader must adhere to the rules. I don't mind the party he joins for exploration, but as the commander of the Vanguard, I must test his capabilities, even if he is a unique skill.
Vanguard. You still there?
Yeah.
You still in the living room?
Yeah. Do you want me to go on my bedroom?
No. You're fine. You're fine there. As long as you stay in the couch, you should be fine. I love my nipples.
What am I doing?
Do you like the book?
Huh?
Do you like the book?
Yes.
Okay.
We don't actually know if he'll be of any use to us.
With Kenneth Queen's strength, there's no way he'll be an inconvenience.
I calmed the agitated Asuna down before speaking. If you want to see, then I'll show you. But I don't want to waste my time in such a low-level labyrinth. Would rushing through it in one go be all right with you? Godfrey closed his mouth with an expression of displeasure. Then he left after saying, "Assemble at the West City Gate in 30 minutes.
What kind of attitude is that?
Asuna kicked the steel pillow with her boots in indignation.
I'm sorry, Kenneth Queen. Maybe it would have been better if you had just gone away.
If we get that, all the members of the guild will collectively curse me to death." I smiled and hit Asuna's head playfully.
Oh, I thought we would be together today.
Oh.
They're falling in love, you know.
Yeah.
Be back soon. Just wait here.
Yeah, just be careful.
Asuna nodded reluctantly. After waving my hand towards her, I walked out of the HQ. But when I arrived at the location point, the west gate of Brandon, I saw something even more shocking. Next to Godfrey stood the person who I least wanted to see in this world. Currently. To read along with Sword Art Online, or to read on your own time, go to bakasuki.org, BAKA-TSUKI.org. Also, if you are interested, you can audition for part in audio light novel Sword Art Online. Any help is appreciated. The current available roles are Lisbeth, Yui, Sinica, Sachi, Ryan, Agil, Heathcliff, Aifa, Shinkawa Koji, Shino's friend from Phantom Bullet, and Recon, Lifeless friend from the Fairy Dancer. Also, any light novel Sword Art Online. Any help is appreciated. The current available roles are Lisbeth, Yui, Sinica, Sachi, Ryan, Agil, Heathcliff, Lifa, Shinkawa Kyoji, Shino's friend from Phantom Bullet, and Recon, Lifeless friend from the Fairy Dancer. Also, any other additional extra male and female background leads. You will be paid for your services, of course. For details, go to the Help Wanted advertisement link in the description. Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 15. Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 15. What is...
You okay?
Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 14. What is that?
What do you mean? You know what this is. Now get off.
The things that Asuna had forced me into were my new clothes. Although it had the same design as the coat I used to wear, it was also blindingly white. There were two small cross... Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 15. What is this? I asked Godfrey quietly. I already know what happened between you two, but since you're comrades within the same guild from now on, I thought this would be a good opportunity to work out the bad blood between you two. As I watched Godfrey laugh with his head up in the air, Krilin slowly walked towards me. I tested prepared to react to any situation. Even though we were in the safe area, there's no telling what he might do. But against all my expectations, Krilin suddenly bowed. He then muttered in a barely audible voice under his long hair. I'm sorry for causing you trouble last time. This time I was genuinely shocked. My jaw dropped in amazement as I was left wordless. I won't act so rudely again. I hope you'll forgive me. I couldn't see his expression under his long, greasy hair. Yeah. As I forced myself to nod, I wondered what in the world had happened. Did he get a personality surgery or something? Yes, well, That's all taken care of now. Godfrey gave another hearty laugh. It felt really suspicious. Curdiel must be up to something. I couldn't guess from looking at his lowered head. In contrast to his overstated emotions, SAO had a hard time portraying subtle expressions. I could only accept his apology for now, but I reminded myself not to let my guard down. The last member arrived after a while, and then we set off for the labyrinth. Just as I began to step into my pace, Godfrey stopped me with a gruff voice. Wait, today's training will be done under the most realistic circumstances. I want to see how well you deal with dangerous situations, so I will be taking all of your crystals. Even our teleport crystals? Godfrey only nodded in response. I hesitated. Crystals, especially teleport crystals, were the last safety net in this death game. I've never been without them. I was about to refuse, but a problem here might put Austin in a problematic situation, so I decided to hold back my words. Seeing as Curdiel and the other member handed over their crystals obediently, I had no choice but to follow. Godfrey even carefully checked my inventory afterwards. Good. Then let's go! At Godfrey's order, we walked out of random and journeyed towards the labyrinth area that we could see to the far west. The 55th floor training area was a desolate wasteland almost devoid of vegetation. I wanted to finish the training quickly, so I suggested running all the way to the labyrinth, but it was rejected pretty quickly by a single wave of Godfrey's hand. It was most probably because he had focused on raising his strength stats and disregarded his dexterity. I could only give up and continue to tread through the endless wilderness. We ran into monsters a couple of times, but when it came to this, I had no time to wait patiently for Godfrey's orders, so I simply cut them down right away. Eventually, after making it past a number of tall, rocky mountains, the gray limestones of the labyrinth finally came into view. Okay, we're taking a break here. After Godfrey announced in his rough voice, the party stopped. I just wanted to rush through the labyrinth, but since I figured it'd be overruled even when I brought it up, I simply sighed and sat down on the rock. It's already nearly midday. I'll hand out the food. Godfrey then called up 4 leather pouches and threw them to the members. I caught mine with one hand and opened it without any expectations. Inside were a water bottle and some hard bread that were sold at NPC stores. I opened the bottle and swallowed a mouthful while cursing my bad luck. I would be eating Austin's handmade sandwiches right now for everything had gone as we planned. Then I suddenly noticed that Curdiel was sitting on a distant rock. He hadn't even touched his pouch, and his eyes beneath his long hair glanced darkly in our direction. What on earth was he looking at? A cold feeling abruptly passed through my body. I was waiting for something. Something. It was most probably... I immediately threw the bottle away and tried to spit the liquid out of my mouth, but it was too late. Strength suddenly left my body and I collapsed. The HP bar came up at the edge of my vision. It was surrounded by a green line that wasn't usually there. There was no mistaking it. It was a paralysis motion. When I looked around, I discovered that Godfrey and the other member were also writhing on the ground. I immediately reached inside my pouch with my left forearm, but this only intensified my panic. I had already handed all my antidote crystals, teleport crystals, to Godfrey. I still had a potion, which didn't have any effect on paralysis. Shrill laughter reached my ears. As he sat on the rock, Curdiel held his stomach with both hands and bent over in laughter. His heavy-lidded eyes revealed the crazed ecstasy that I remembered all too well. He guffawed towards the sky, seemingly unable to control himself. Godfrey stared at him with a stupefied expression. What is this? Wasn't the water prepared by you, Curdiel? Godfrey, quick! Use an antidote crystal! After hearing my shout, Godfrey finally began to rummage through the pouch at his side. Yeah! With a strange scream, Curdiel jumped off his rock and kicked aside Godfrey's left hand with his boot. A green crystal rolled out of Godfrey's hand. Curdiel picked it up, then stuck his hand in Godfrey's pouch, took out the remaining crystals, and put them into his pouch. Everything was over. Curdiel! What are you doing? Is this some sort of training exercise? Retard! Curdiel said as he kicked Godfrey, who still didn't understand the situation and muttered these stupid things to the mouth. Ah! Godfrey's HP went down a little. At the same time, Curdiel's cursor changed from yellow to the orange color of criminal status. But this didn't change anything. There was no way that someone would pass by on a floor that had already been cleared. Godfrey-san. I always thought you were an idiot, but I never imagined you were this hopeless. Is even your brain made out of muscle? Gertie was shocked laughter echoed across the wastelands. There are a lot of things I want to say to you, but it wouldn't do to waste my time with appetizers. Curdial drew his two-handed sword as he spoke. He raised it high into the air and stretched out his thin body. Sunlight reflected on the thick blade as he waved it about. Wait, Curdial! You... What are you saying? Isn't this training? Just shut up and die! Curdial spat out and swung his sword down without mercy. A heavy, dull noise sounded, and Godfrey's HP greatly decreased. Godfrey finally grasped the seriousness of the situation and started screaming, but it was already too late. Twice, thrice, the sword came down with a merciless glint, and Godfrey's HP reduced noticeably with each swing. Then, they reached the red area, and Curdial stopped. Just as I thought, he wouldn't commit murder no matter how crazy he was. Curdial reversed his grip on the sword and slowly pushed it at Godfrey. As Godfrey's HP went down, bit by bit, Curdial began to press his entire weight into the sword. Ah! While Godfrey's wailing became louder, Curdial began mixing in a strange scream of his own. The sword dug into Godfrey's body, slowly his HP reduced at a steady pace. While the other member and I watched silently, Curdial's sword penetrated completely through Godfrey. His HP bar reached 0 at the same time. Godfrey most probably didn't understand what was going on, even as his body shattered into countless shards. Curdial slowly pulled his sword out of the ground and spun his head around and clocked the doll and looked at the other member. Ah! Ah! With these short screams, the member flailed around in an attempt to escape. Curdial then started walking towards him in odd steps. I have nothing against you, but according to my scenario, only I can return alive. He raised his sword while muttering to himself. Ah! You want to hear? You see, our party... He swung it down, his ears deaf to the member's screams. Was ambushed in the wilderness by a large group of PKers. Another swing. We fought bravely, but all three had died. And another. I was the only one remaining, but I drove back the criminals and managed to stay alive before returning to HQ. After the fourth attack, the member's HP...
What the hell?
What? You want to see him? Sarah?
What?
Do you want to see Bullet?
Yeah.
Oh.
I do want to see Bullet. Come on, where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi Bullet. Is he gonna bark at me?
No, he's yawning.
Is he a good doggy? Are you a good doggy? Huh? Huh, boy? Huh? I just wanted to see him. I never did see him.
Oh. Well, no, you did.
Oh, yeah.
He vanished. The sound effect that sent shivers down my body resonated, but Curdial looked as if he had heard the voice of the goddess. He stood there, in the middle of the explosion of shards, and listened to it with a blissful expression on his face. wasn't his first time. I was sure of this. His cursor may have turned to the orange color of criminals only moments ago, but there were plenty of despicable ways to kill people without triggering it. However, understanding this fact now didn't solve anything. Finally, Krilin turned to look my way, with an uncontrollable mirth spreading across his face. He slowly walked towards me, his sword making an unbearable noise as he dragged it along the ground. Hey! He crouched down next to me, who was still sprawled on the ground, and said in a whisper, because of an idiot like you, I had to kill 2 completely innocent people. You seem quite happy about it, though, I responded as I looked desperately for a way out of the situation. The only thing that moved was my mouth and my left arm. Because the paralysis condition kept one from opening the menu window, it also forbade the player from sending in messages. Even though I knew it wouldn't do me much good, I struggled to move my left hand, which was inside Krilin's light spot, while I continued to talk. Why did a person like you join the KOB? The criminal guild would have suited you better. Shit, why are you asking something so obvious? It's because of that girl, he said with his raspy voice and licked his lips. When I realized he was talking about Asuna, my blood began to boil. You damn bastard! Whoa, why are you glaring at me like that? It's just a game, isn't it? Don't worry, I'll look after your precious sub-leader for you. After all, I have a lot of useful items. Krilin picked up the poisoned water bottle, then shook it to produce some splashing sounds. He then gave an awkward wink and kept talking. And you just said something very interesting, that a criminal guild would suit me more. Well, it's just the truth. It was complimenting you. You're pretty sharp. Krilin seemed to be considering something as he laughed. Then, he suddenly unequipped the gauntlet on his left arm. He rolled up the white sleeves of his undershirt and turned his bare forearm so I could see its underside. When I saw what was there, my breath suddenly stopped. It was a tattoo. The image was a manga-like caricature of an ink-black coffin, a mouth and a pair of eyes forming grin atop the coffin lid. The white bones of a skeletal arm reached out from inside. That emblem is laughing coffin? I asked in a dry voice. Krilin gave a smile and nodded in response. Laughing Coffin used to be the biggest and worst PK guild in Minecraft. They were headed by a cold, sly leader and experimented endlessly with new methods of killing people. In the end, the number of players that killed went into the triple-digit figures. The players once attempted to solve the issue through negotiations, but every messenger had been killed immediately. We couldn't even understand why they PK'd, since it only lessened the chances of clearing the game, and because of this, we couldn't talk with them properly. Not too long ago, the boss killing groups finally destroyed their guild after several long and bloody battles. Asuna and I were in the group too. The information had leaked somewhere. The PKers were prepared and waiting for us. In my frenzy to protect my comrades, I ended up taking the lives of 2 Laughing Coffin members by accident. Is this for revenge? You're a survivor from the Laughing Coffin? I asked with my cracking voice. Krilin virtually spat out his answer. No way! Why would I ever do something as stupid as that? I joined Laughing Coffin only recently, and only in spirit anyway. I learned this paralysis technique from them. That's bothersome. He stood up with an almost machine-like movement and raised his sword up again. Well, we've talked for long enough. The poison should wear off soon, so I should finish this now. I've been dreaming of this moment. Ever since that duel. Fire burned in his eyes, which were opened so wide they became serpents. His smiling mouth had stuck its tongue out. He even raised his heels to stand tiptoed as he prepared to swing his sword down. Just before he moved, I tossed the throwing pick in my left hand using only my wrist. Although I aimed for the face where the damage was greatest, the accuracy penalty for paralysis caused the steel pick to miss and pierce into Krilin's left arm. Krilin's HP reduced only by a small amount, while I fell into a completely hopeless situation. That hurts! Krilin wrinkled his brow and curved his lips upward, then stabbed my right arm with the tip of his sword. He then twisted it twice. Ah! Although I didn't feel any pain, An unpleasant feeling of being stimulated with nerves passed through my entire body alongside the strong paralysis effect. Every time the blade dug into my arm, my HP decreased slowly but steadily. Still there? Is the poison's effect still not going away? I gritted my teeth and waited for the moment my body would be freed. The duration of paralysis differed based on the strength of the poison, but most paralyzing potions wore off in 5 or so minutes. Curdial pulled out his sword and then stabbed at my left leg. The unpleasant feeling of being paralyzed rushed through my entire body once again. The system calculated the damage mercilessly. Well, how is it? How does it feel to know that you're going to die soon? Tell me, would you? Curdial said this in almost a whisper as he stared intently at my face. Say something, Squirt. Try and scream that you don't want to die. My HP fell below the halfway line and turned yellow. The paralysis still wasn't gone yet. My body grew colder, as if death was enveloping me with freezing air, its chill slowly crawling up from my feet. I had seen many players die in SAO. They all had the same expression on their faces as they shattered into countless fragments and disappeared. It was almost the same simple expression of pondering, one that asked, am I really going to just die like this? It was most probably because, deep within our hearts, none of us wanted to accept the absolute rule of the game. We simply didn't want to believe that death for the game meant an actual death. We all held a hopeful speculation that maybe we'll just return to the real world when our HP reaches 0 and we disappear. Of course, you had to personally die to find out what would actually happen. If you think about it like that, this would be one of the ways to escape this game. Hey, say something. I'm really killing you here. Curdial pulled his sword out of my leg and stabbed my stomach this time. My HP increased significantly towards the red danger area. But it felt like this didn't even concern me, as if it was all happening in another faraway world. Even as I was being tortured by the sword, my mind was embarking down the dark path, as if a heavy and thick cloth was gradually covering it. Then, strong fear suddenly clenched my heart. Asuna. If I suddenly disappeared and left her in this world, Asuna would fall into Curdial's hands and enjoy the same pain as me. That possibly formed an unbearable pain that shocked me back into consciousness. Ah! I opened my eyes, grabbed the sword that was buried in my stomach, and started pulling it out with all the strength I had. I had only about 10% of my HP left. Curdial then shouted in surprise. Huh? Huh? What's this? You're scared of dying? Yeah. I can't die yet. That's more like it. Curdial laughed like a freakish bird and put his weight behind his sword. I strained against it with one hand. The system performed a set of complicated calculations based on my and Curdial's strength to determine the result. The final result? The sword started coming down again, slowly but steadily. It was filled with fear and despair. Was this the end? Was I going to die? Leaving Asuna in this insane world? I resisted the gradually closing sword, the despair that reached out from within me. Die! Die! Curdial screamed in a shrill voice. The killing intent that took the form of a dully shining sword came down centimeter by centimeter. And finally, the sword tip reached my body, and slowly dug in. At this moment, a gust of wind blew. It was a gust of deep red and pure white wind. Huh? With this exclamation of surprise, the murderer and his sword were thrown high into the air. I stared speechlessly at the silhouette of the person who appeared.
Not late. I'm not late. Thank God I'm not late.
Her trembling voice sounded sweeter than the flapping wings of an angel. Her lips trembled violently as she collapsed onto her knees and looked at me.
Alive. You're alive, right, Kiritoku?
Yeah. I'm still alive. My voice sounded so weak that it surprised me. Asuna nodded once and took out a pink crystal from her pouch, put her left hand on my chest and shouted, Heal! The crystal broke and my HP bar filled up in an instant. After confirming my recovery, Asuna whispered to me, Asuna then stood up, drew her rapier elegantly, and started walking. Her target Curdial was preparing to pick himself off the ground, When he saw the person that was walking towards him, his eyes grew wide. Asuna-sama! How did you get here? This is training! Yes, there was an accident in the middle of training! Curdio bounced back up as if he had springs and attempted to form an excuse with his nervous voice. But before he could finish, Asuna's right hand flashed and the tip of her sword tore Curdio's mouth. She didn't become a criminal since her opponent already had an orange cursor. Ah! Curdio covered his mouth with his hand, leaned backwards and froze for a moment. Then, right as he righted himself, his eyes were full of a familiar anger. You bitch! That went way too far! Well, it's fine. I'll just take care of you as well! But he stopped mid-sentence. Asuna had started attacking fiercely as soon as she fixed her grip on the sword. Her rapier drew countless lines of light as it slashed and stabbed through Curdio at unbelievable speeds. Even I could see the trajectory of her sword. I was several levels above her. I just watched as the angel swung her sword, almost as if she was dancing. It was beautiful. Asuna pushed her opponent back expressionlessly. Her long chestnut hair flowed while sparks of anger enveloped her entire body. It was indescribably beautiful. Ah! Gah! Curdio had finally begun panicking. His sword swung about wildly without even landing a scratch on Asuna. As his HP decreased noticeably from the yellow zone to the red danger area, Curdio finally threw his sword aside and screamed with both arms held up in the air. Okay! Okay! I'm sorry! He then went to his knees and begged. I'll leave the guild! I won't appear in front of you two ever again! So... Asuna silently listened to his cries. She then raised her sword slowly and reversed her grip. Her thin arm tensed with nervousness, and then went up another couple of centimeters as if prepared to stab through Curdio. At that moment, the murderer screamed even more loudly. I don't want to die! The sword stopped as if it hit an invisible wall. Her thin body began to shake violently. I could fully feel Asuna's inner conflict, both her fear and her anger. By what I knew, she had never killed anyone in this game. Since when a player is killed in this world, they also die in the real world. PKing in this network game is equivalent to actual murder. Yeah, stop, Asuna! You shouldn't do that! As I screamed this myself, I also thought the complete opposite at the same time. No, don't hesitate! That's what he's after! My prediction became reality 0.1 seconds later. I wasn't sure when Curdio had picked his sword back up, when he suddenly swung it upwards with a scream. Asuna's rapier made a clanging sound, and he flew out of her right hand. As Asuna exclaimed and lost her balance, a metallic shot flashed above her head. Sub-leader, you are still far too naive! With a shriek filled with madness, Curdio swung his sword down without hesitation, throwing a dark red line of light. Ah! This time, I was the one who had screamed. I kicked off from the ground with my right foot, which had just recovered from the paralysis, and flew a couple of meters before pushing Asuna aside with my right hand while blocking her with the sword with my left. With this unpleasant sound, my left arm was severed from the elbow down. The body part loss icon flashed below the HP bar, while bloody red lines of light flowed from the cut on my left arm. My right hand straightened its fingers and I stabbed my right hand into the gap between Curdio's thick arm.
That poor damn.
Glowed yellow as it buried itself deep in Curdio's stomach.
What had happened?
I successfully countered with a point-blank range skill and embrace him, which immediately eliminated the last 20% of Curdio's HP. His gaunt body shivered violently beside me, completely lost all strength and sag. As his greatsword fell to the ground and clanged, he whispered into my ear, "You murderer." Curdio's entire body shattered into numerous glass fragments. I was pushed back by the chill force of the dissipating polygons and fell backwards. For a while, my exhausted, frozen mind registered only the sound of wind blowing. Then I heard irregular footsteps stepping on the gravel. When I turned my gaze, I could see a fragile-looking figure walking towards me with a hollow expression. Asuna walked shakily towards me with her head lowered, then collapsed over the knees in front of me, her puppet with its strings tight. Although she reached out towards me with her right hand, She suddenly pulled it back before it could reach me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's because of you. It's all because of me.
Asuna forced this out with a shaking voice and grief-stricken expression. Her tears rolled out from her large eyes and fell to the ground like sparkling gems. I barely managed to say something short of my dry throat. Asuna.
I'm sorry. Oh, you can't hurt me again.
I exerted myself to right my body back up, just finally regaining its normal senses. My body still feels an unpleasant feeling because of the devastating damage I took. When I hugged Asuna with both my right arm and my gripped my left arm. Then I covered her beautiful cherry-covered lips with mine. Asuna went rigid, trying to push me away, but I held her small body tightly with all the strength I had. It was without a doubt something that went against the manner violation prevention control. Right now, a system message would have appeared right in front of Asuna, and if she pressed OK, I would be immediately teleported to the prison area of the Black Iron Castle. But my arms showed no signs of loosening up. As I left Asuna's lips, I passed her cheeks before burying my face in the front of her neck. Then I whispered, "My life belongs to you, Asuna, so I'll use it for you. I'll stay with you until the end." I pulled Asuna in closer with left arm but had the body part lost status imposed on it for 3 minutes. Asuna took a trembling breath, and then whispered in response,
Forever. So
She wasn't able to continue talking, so I listened to Asuna's sobbing with our arms held tightly around each other. The warmth of our bodies began to melt my frozen heart with my veins. To read along with Sword Art Online, or just read on your own time, go to bakasuki.org, BAKA-TSUKI.org. Also, if you are interested, you can audition for a part in Audio Leno with Sword Art Online. Any help is appreciated. Current available roles are Lisbeth, Yui, Silica, Sachi, Klein, Agio, Heathcliff, Light, and Light, or any other extras. You will be paid for your services. For more information, go to the Help Wanted advertisement link in the description. Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 16. Asuna told me that she had been monitoring the map while waiting for me in Grandon. The moment Godfrey's signal disappeared, she ran out of the city and crossed the 5 kilometers that took us over an hour to cover in just 5 minutes. When I pointed out it was a figure which had exceeded the dexterity stat limit, she answered with a slight smile.
it's the bottom.
After we returned to the Guild HQ, we told Heathcliff what happened and asked him if we could temporarily leave the Guild. When Asuna explained her reason as distrust of the Guild, Heathcliff thought in silence for a while, but gave us permission nevertheless. Then, he said one last thing with a mysterious smile on his face. "But you'll return to the battlefield soon enough." By the time we left the HQ, it was already evening. We held each other's hands and walked together to the teleport gate plaza. Neither of us said a word. As we walked amongst the black shadows of the iron towers and the orange light that came from outside the floating castle, I wondered just where Curidiel's hate had come from. There were quite a number of people who enjoyed committing crimes in this world, from thieves and robbers to the cold-blooded murderers of Laughing Coffin like Curidiel. Rumors claimed that the number of criminal players had already exceeded 1,000. People thought of them as natural occurrences like monsters now. But when I thought about it, I still felt that they were a very strange group. It should be obvious to everyone that Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 16. Asuna told me that she had been monitoring the map while waiting for me in Grandon. The moment Godfrey's signal disappeared, she ran out of the city and crossed the 5 kilometers that took us over an hour to cover in just 5 minutes. When I pointed out it was a figure which had exceeded the dexterity stat limit, she answered with a slight smile.
It's the bottom.
After we returned to the Guild HQ, we told Heathcliff what happened and asked him if we could temporarily leave the Guild. When Asuna explained her reason as distrust of the Guild, Heathcliff thought in silence for a while, but gave us permission nevertheless. Then, he said one last thing with a mysterious smile on his face. "But you'll return to the battlefield soon enough." By the time we left the HQ, it was already evening. We held each other's hands and walked together to the teleport gate plaza. Neither of us said a word. As we walked amongst the black shadows of the iron towers and the orange light that came from outside the floating castle,
Still there?
I wondered just where Curideal's hate had come from. There were quite a number of people who enjoyed committing crimes in this world.
Can you hear me?
Thieves, robbers, the
I love you.
No, me too.
cold-blooded murderers of Laughing Coffin like Curideal. Rumors claimed that the number of criminal players had already exceeded 1,000. People thought of them as natural occurrences like monsters now. But when I thought about it, I still felt that they were a very strange group. It should be obvious to everyone that harming other players was an act that would undoubtedly hurt the chances of clearing the game. In other words, it meant they didn't want to leave the game. And after meeting Curideal, I didn't think this applied to him. It didn't help or obstruct the clearing of the game. It merely stopped thinking. Neither reminiscing the past nor looking towards the future, he simply tried to fulfill his endless desires, which resulted in the growth of his vile intentions. And what about me? I couldn't confidently say that I was seriously focused on clearing the game. It would be more accurate to claim that I habitually explored labyrinths solely for experience points. If I fought only to strengthen myself, to feel the pleasure of superiority, and somewhere deep down within myself, did I also not want this world to end? Suddenly, it felt as if the iron plate beneath my feet had begun to sink. I was seriously focused on clearing the game. It would be more accurate to claim that I habitually explored labyrinths solely for experience points. If I fought only to strengthen myself,
Answer! Come on, people, think! Universal domination is not just going to come bursting through that door!
Freeze, yes, hi, fairies! We know you kidnapped Cosmo and our fairy baby and are planning on using his/her uncontrollable magic for universal domination!
What's this? Cosmo is having a fairy baby whose uncontrollable magic we can use to take over the universe? No! Quick, anti-fairies, take to the skies! We must find Cosmo and his baby and take over the universe!
Now they know. Good one, genius.
If Cosmo's not here, he must be in Pixie World! Let's go! And I'll do the talking this time!
We could get a big elephant and have it step on stuff. Come on, people, think. A plan for universal domination is not just going to come bursting through that door.
Freeze, pixies! We know you've kidnapped Cosmo and our fairy baby!
And are planning on using his/her uncontrollable magic for universal domination!
Wait a second. Cosmo's having a fairy baby and we can use his/her undeveloped magic for universal domination?
No!
Quick, pixies, to the limousines. We must find that fairy baby and take over the universe.
Not if we find it first!
Okay, here is the plan. I'm going to the bathroom again while you two think of a plan. Friable burritos, ay.
Timmy, we have to find Cosmo! I'm really worried about him! Me too! But where could he be? All I did was tell him to get lost! You don't think?
I'm lost! I pressed it, then I pressed it, now I'm lost! Okay, guys! Timmy! Get lost! Best way ever! Getting lost in the great outdoors is very soothing! No more mood swings, no more cravings! I haven't even bought the food! Charity ain't that! Hello, Bartholomew!
Cosmo! Thank goodness we found you! Cosmo, I'm really sorry I wished you away. Can you ever forgive me?
What?
Is that a no?
The baby just kicked! I think that means it's coming!
Aw, did you hear that?
everything's looking fantastic. On me. You, on the other hand, sound like you're in a lot of pain.
Oh, the childbirth is wonderful. Can't you do something about this, Dr. Rip Stockwell?
I have just the thing.
That's better. Thanks, Dr. Rip Stockwell.
What?
Get it! Get it! No!
Fear not, Cosmo. Dr. Rip Studwell is on the case. Now, does anyone here know how to deliver a fairy baby?
You mean you know?
Timmy, a fairy baby hasn't been born in thousands of years. No one knows how. Let's see if this button does something. Yeah, it does.
There's gotta be something we can do to get our baby out of her. Can't I just wish it out?
Timmy. As far as I know, baby delivery is a highly intricate and complicated medical procedure. You can't just wish it out. Penny?
I'm a very uncomplicated person. Wish it out. Wish it out. Okay. I wish our baby was out.
The angelic choir is going to cost you extra.
Oh, Cosmo, our baby is beautiful. Is it boy or girl? Is it boy or girl? I gotta know.
Excellent question. Let me just take it outside where the light is better and find out.
Not so fast, Dr. Rip Stockwell, or should I say, Anti-Cosmo! Good thing I was here to save the baby from your evil clutches. Now, let me take it outside where the light is better and make sure that it's safe.
Not so fast, Jordan. Or should I say, pixies in a jogging suit?
Darn. I really thought the Jordan suit would work this time. Well, it did get us into that club in Rio.
Oh, give me my grandchild. There. I'll just take him/her outside where the light is better now and look at the...
Not so fast, Mama Cosma. Or should I say... Wow, this one is really glued on there.
Give me back our baby! None of you have the slightest idea how to keep it safe or involved! Oh no! The baby is gone! You guys should run outside where the light is better and look for it!
Hey, his puny chest just poofed. Give me the baby, Turner. Its magic must be used for good.
Give me the baby, Turner.
Its magic must be used for evil.
Oh, give me the baby. I just want to pinch its cheek.
Give me the baby,
Weird. The music was much cheerier in Rio.
Okay. This is probably going to be the last chapter, and then I'll probably get off.
Okay.
To feel the pleasure of superiority, somewhere deep down within myself,
What are you gonna do then?
not want this world to end. Suddenly, it felt as if the iron plate beneath my feet had begun to sink. I stopped walking and tightened my grip on Asana's right hand, which I'd been hanging on to. Asana tilted her head and looked at me. I lowered my head and spoke as if I was talking to myself. No matter what happens, I'll make sure that you return to that world. This time.
Well, there's comments.
You there? Darren. Darren.
I love you.
Love you too. What are you gonna do if you get when you get off?
Can you can.
And Asuna tightened her grip.
When the time comes, we'll go back together.
She revealed a smile as she finished. We had arrived at the teleport gate plaza without realizing it. Only a few players were walking about in the area, huddling against the cold wind that foretold the coming winter. I turned to look directly at Asuna. I thought that the warmth which radiated from her strong will was the only light that guided me towards the right direction. Asuna, tonight, I want to be with you. I said this without thinking. I didn't want to be away from her. A close encounter had induced a terrifying fear of death that I had never felt before, one that couldn't be shaken off even now. I would definitely have nightmares if I slept alone tonight. I would dream of that person's insanity, the sword digging into me, the feeling of stabbing my right hand into him. I was sure of it. Asuna stared at me with wide eyes, as if she understood the reason behind my request. Then, her cheeks flushing red, she nodded slightly. Asuna's house in Salenburg, which I was visiting for a second time, was still luxuriously decorated, yet this time it greeted me with comfortable warmness. Objects that were distributed around the place displayed the owner's outstanding taste. But despite this, Asuna said,
Well, it's so messy here. I haven't been back much these past few days, and I...
With a laugh, she smiled sheepishly and quickly cleaned up the scattered items.
I'll make dinner quickly. Just sit and read the newspaper or something and wait.
Okay. I sank into the sofa after watching Asuna remove her battle gear, put on an apron, and disappear into the kitchen. Then I picked up a large newspaper that was on the table. Although we call it a newspaper, it's merely a collection of rumors from those players who traded information. But since this world lacked forms of entertainment, the newspaper became a precious source of media with many subscribers. The paper only had 4 pages, and I only glanced casually at the first page before tossing it aside out of irritation. This was because the title page headline was the duel between Heathcliff and me. New dual blades user crushed by holy sword. Beneath the headline was a picture of me sprawled out on the ground before Heathcliff, taken through the use of recording pixels. I could say that I only added another page to the undefeated legend of Heathcliff. Well, maybe they would stop bothering me as much as their expectations of my skill drops. I helped myself find an easily acceptable excuse. Then, as I started looking through my inventory list, an enticing aroma wafted out of the kitchen. The dinner entree was a steak made out of cow-like monster's meat and served with Asuna's special soy sauce. Although the ingredients rank wasn't that high, the flavor was simply perfect. Asuna watched me with a wide smile as I stuffed the meat into my mouth. As we sat across from each other on the sofa and drank tea after finishing dinner, Asuna became quite talkative for some reason. She spoke endlessly about topics like which brand of weapon she liked and which floors at famous sightseeing locations. At first I listened to her with surprise, but then Asuna suddenly fell silent, which caused me to get worried. She sat absolutely still and stared at her teacup as if she was trying to find something. Her expression was extremely serious, almost as if she was preparing for a fight. Hey, what's wrong? But before I could finish speaking, Asuna clanked her teacup loudly onto the table, and shot up from her seat and announced,
Okay.
She walked over to the window sill, touched the wall to open the room control menu, and suddenly turned off all the lights. Darkness covered the room immediately. My scan skills support ability automatically kicked in and replaced my normal sight with night vision mode. The room was dyed in dim blue light, and also was shining white from the lampost's light which came in from the windows. Although I was confused by her behavior, her beauty still caused me to hold my breath. Her long hair that seemed dark blue, her slender white arms and legs that stretched out from under her tunic, they all reflected the weak light and looked like they were glowing. Asuna silently stood by the windowsill for a while. I couldn't see her expression very well because she had lowered her head. She also held her right hand against her chest and seemed to be hesitating about something. Just as I was about to ask what was going on, Asuna began to move her left hand. Her thumb and forefinger moved through the air, and a menu window appeared with an accompanying sound effect. In the blue appeared that she was manipulating the left menu, which controlled the player's equipment. As soon as I thought that, the knee-high stockings that Asuna was wearing disappeared, and the elegant curves of her legs were laid bare before my eyes. Fingers moved again, and this time her short one-piece robe was taken off. I couldn't help but open my mouth wide and bulged my eyes until they were round. My mind had fallen into a complete stop. Asuna was now only wearing her underwear, small white cloths which barely managed to cover her chest and waist.
Don't look this way,
She said with her small voice trembling. But even though she said this, I still couldn't shift my eyes away. Asuna tried to cover her chest with her hands as she wavered, but after she raised her head and looked straight at me, she lowered her arms gracefully. I received a shock that felt as if my soul had left my body and could only watch her with a blank expression. The word beautiful didn't even begin to describe her. Her skin that was tinged with blue light particles was soft and sleek. Her hair seemed as if it was made from the finest silk. Her breasts curved so perfectly that it appeared ironically, as if no graph engine in existence could generate it. The curvature of her legs that started at her slim waist made one think of the gracefulness of a wild animal. It was impossible to believe that her appearance was only a 3D rendered image. If I were to describe it, it was like a sculpture made by God with life blown into it. The data collected by the nerve gear from the calibration step of the player registration determined the body tone of the player's avatars. With that in mind, one could call the existence of such a perfect body a miracle. I kept staring at her almost bare body as if my soul had left my body. If Asuna hadn't covered herself with both arms and opened her mouth to speak, I would have kept standing like that even an hour later. Asuna's face was so red that I could tell, even in the blue-tinted darkness of the room. She lowered her head and spoke.
You're frozen. It's embarrassing.
After hearing that, I finally realized the meaning behind Asuna's actions. In other words, she took what I said, that I wanted to spend the night with her, in a deeper sense than what I meant. As soon as I understood that, I also fell into an endlessly deep panic. As a result, I committed the worst mistake in my whole life up until now. No! You see, I just thought that it would be good if we stayed together in a room tonight. As I responded with my stupidly honest thoughts, it was Asuna who froze with her mouth wide open this time. Then, an expression of intense anger and embarrassment spread across her face. You! Her clenched right fist revealed an almost visible killing intent. Idiot! Asuna's fist, which accelerated to a speed that utilized all of her dexterity stats, was stopped just barely before striking my face by the crime prevention code, and released a loud noise and a spray of purple sparks instead. Wait! I'm sorry! Forget what I said! I tried to explain while frantically waving my hands about to Asuna, who was about to throw her second punch without paying any attention to me. I'm sorry, I was wrong! But anyway, can you, actually do it in SAO? Asuna dropped her attacking stance and was taken aback a bit, although still furious. Then she asked, No, I don't. Then, Asuna's expression changed suddenly from one of anger to one of embarrassment, before she explained in a small voice.
In the options menu, all the way at the bottom, there's an option called Epic Code Off.
It was the first time I had ever heard of such a thing. I'm sure this wasn't available during the beta test, nor was it mentioned in the manual. To think that this was another price that I had to pay for playing as a solo player and not having any interest except in fighting. But this information raised a new question that I couldn't help but think about. Since I hadn't fully recovered my ability to think straight, I unintentionally said it out loud. Have you ever done it before? Once again, Asuna's iron fist erupted in sparks right before my face.
Of course not, you idiot! I just heard about it from the other girls in the guild.
I hurried to kneel down on the ground before her and apologized endlessly. It took several minutes before I finally managed to calm her down. A single candle atop the table stayed burning. Its thin rays of light made Asuna's skin glow faintly as she slept in my arms. I ran my finger gently down her right back. The warm and smooth feeling that traveled up my fingertips was absolutely intoxicating. Asuna slowly opened her eyes and looked towards me. She blinked twice and then smiled. Sorry, did I wake you?
Yeah. I had a strange dream.
She continued to smile as she rubbed her face against my chest.
In the dream, I wanted to enter an outfit, and meeting you was all just a dream. Until it doesn't work, just a dream.
Really, that's very long. Don't you want to go back?
Of course I want to. I want to go back. But I don't want everything that has happened here to just disappear. Although it took us a while. But these past 2 years have been precious to me. I'm certain of that.
Asuna suddenly switched to a serious expression and grabbed my right hand, which I'd placed on her shoulder, then brought it to her chest and hugged it tightly.
I should have resolved it myself.
I breathed in and then exhaled deeply. No, Kurigal's target, the person who made him that way, was me. It was my fight. I nodded slowly while looking into Asuna's eyes. Tears formed in her hazelnut eyes as Asuna silently pressed her lips against the hand she was holding. I could feel their soft movement.
I also bear with you. Every burden you have, I'll carry them with you. I'll definitely protect you from now on.
This was the line that I couldn't say even once up until now. Yet, in this moment, my lips trembled. I could hear the sounds unveiling themselves from my throat, from my very soul. Me too. A very thin voice reverberated across the air. I'll protect you too. Although these were simple words, I had said them in such a pathetically quiet and unreliable manner. I smiled bitterly as I held up Asuna's hand and said, Asuna, you're really strong. Far stronger than me. After hearing that, Asuna blinked several times and smiled.
No. I usually find that real good. Even this game wasn't something I liked.
She laughed as if she had just thought of something.
There was something that Victor forgot, but he suddenly had to leave the business, so I had to play with him in the games over the day. He was so disappointed about that. He must be really angry now that I've had to occupy it for 2 years.
I thought that Asuna was even unluckier to have come here in his stead, but I just nodded. You'd better get back quickly and apologize. But Asuna trailed off weakly as she said this, casting her eyes downward as if she was afraid of something, then moving her entire body closer to me.
I know this is kind of contradicting what I just said, but can we leave the front lines for a bit?
Hmm?
Scared something. Now that we finally managed to convey our feelings, something bad will happen if we go straight away.
I brushed Asuna's hair back silently and nodded so meekly that I surprised even myself. Yeah, you're right. I'm a bit tired too. Even if the numbers didn't change, the battles that we fought day after day accumulated plenty of fatigue that couldn't be seen. That's especially the case for situations as extreme as today's. Even a strong bow will break if one pulled on it excessively. We definitely needed a break. I felt the impulse that drive me to fight relentlessly drift further away. Right now, I only wanted to deepen the bond between the two of us. I wrapped my arms around Asuna and buried my face in her silky hair and spoke. On the northwestern part of the 22nd floor, amongst the forest and lakes, is a small village. It's a good place with no monsters. We saw a few cottages there. The two of us can move there together, and then... Asuna looked at me as I stopped talking. I managed to move my frozen tongue and kept talking. Let's get married. The perfect smile that Asuna showed me at that moment, I would never forget it for the rest of my life.
Aww.
Okay.
She nodded silently as a large teardrop ran down her red cheeks. To read along with audio light novels Sword Art Online, or just read on your own time, go to bakasuki.org. BAKA-TSUKI.org. Also, speaking seriously, I honestly need voice actors for Volume 2. If I don't get voice actors for Volume 2, I'm going to have to either go on a very long hiatus until I do, or stop my project. I'm not trying to pull a hostage. I'm not trying to treat this like a hostage situation. I'm not trying to feel that this is, if you really want to hear more of this, if you really want to have this in an audiobook, I really call voice acting.
Thank God.
What? What?
Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 17. There were 4 types of relationships that 2 players could have within the SAO system. First was 2 people who didn't really know each other. Second was friends. People who had listed each other as friends could send short messages to each other.
Now he's explaining the relationship stuff.
Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 16. Asuna told me that she had been monitoring the map while waiting for me in Grand. The moment Godfrey signaled.
Okay, but seriously, I should probably get off of it.
Sword Art Online, Volume 1, Chapter 17. There were 4 types of relationships that 2 players could have within the SAO.
Okay. I'm going to send you the link.
Okay.
And then I'm going to can it.
Okay.
What the hell? Seriously, what the heck?
Mm.
Oh, okay. Send that to yourself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did it. Okay.
Then I'm gonna get off the thing.
You gonna can me?
Yeah, I'm gonna can you.
Alright.
You must have decided against it, but I can find somebody else to do Volume 2.
Oh. So you're gonna have to find someone else too?
Yeah, if there even is a Volume 2 audio, we'll kind of think for them.
Oh, that sucks.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Hopefully you guys like that, and I will catch you again soon.